Now we have our ball going once completely across the table. We can easily make it go back the other way by using a director function called reverse sequence. To do this, we simply select our last animation sequence and copy and paste it into the end of our score, making sure to extend our background sprite so that it matches. So let's do that. We select the last segment of our animation, this part. Okay. We select it. We go to Edit. We say Copy Sprites. Now we go to the end of our animation. We go to Edit. This time we just say Paste Sprites. We don't want to paste relatives because that would mean that it would go off the edge of our screen. And we want it to be in the same spot. We just want it to go in the opposite direction. Right? So we select the end of our score. We say Edit, Paste Sprites. And now we have the rest of our animation going there. And we have to extend our background sprite because right now it's just across that black background. So let's extend our background sprite just by dragging it there, or we could just position our playback head at the end there and say modify extend sprite. That extends it so that it matches our other one. Okay. And so let's rewind and play what we have so far. We say rewind, play. Okay, there's the first sort of segment of our animation that we created. There's the copy of it that we made that goes across the other side. And now we have the other copy, but it's just going in the same way. Right? It's in the same position and everything, so it just repeats twice here. What we want is for when it reaches that last little segment, we want it to, instead of going the way we currently have it across the board, we want it to go back the other way. Okay? We can easily do this in Director. We just select that segment. This is the one that we just pasted. And we say Modify. We go down to Reverse Sequence. Okay, now we can rewind our movie. Here, let's scroll this up a little bit more. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Okay, let's rewind and play. Here we go. The first segment of our animation that we created is right here. Here's the next segment that we copied. All right, now we're getting to the last part. Notice it goes back in the opposite direction. Why does it do that? Well, it does that because we chose reverse sequence. It just reverses the order that the sprites will travel. Okay. Now we can finish up our animation by selecting the part of the animation that's right here, okay, and when it's going this way. But we want to copy it, paste it to the end, and make it go back the other way. Okay. So let's rewind. Select that first segment. We can see what that looks like. Remember this one? Okay. We're selecting that first segment. We're going to copy it. We're going to go to the end of our score. Just drag our slider here. Select the end here. I'm going to scroll down a little bit so we can see. I'm going to click Edit, Paste Sprites. That pastes what I just copied, that first part of our animation. And now I have to extend this background sprite because right now it's floating in midair. So let's do that. And it's kind of slow going here. Okay. I move the playback head to the end. I choose Modify, Extend Sprite. Oops. Okay, now for this to work, you need to select the sprite that you want to extend. So I select that sprite. I go to the end. Say Modify, Extend Sprite. Okay, now it's extended it to the end. Okay, but we still haven't reversed the sequence. Currently it's still progressing this way. We want it to go back the other way. So we've selected our sprite, the new animation we put at the end, and if we say modify, reverse sequence, now it's reversed it. And we can see this by sliding here. It's going in the opposite direction. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit, or move our window down a little bit. Let's rewind and play our movie. Now this is a lot of stuff for it to handle, especially while it's recording, so the animation is going to kind of bog down a little bit. If we weren't recording, it wouldn't be that bad, but it's taking a lot of processor cycles just to record this, so the animation is a little slower than it would ordinarily be. But let's just see what it looks like. We press play. There's the first segment of our animation. Gets to the top. There's the second segment of our animation. Okay, following this is the copy we made and reversed the sequence on. Following this is the other copy we made and reversed the sequence on. And there it goes back. Okay, so we have one complete volley, if you will, in our little ping-pong game.